and I am the chair of the MSN program. I'm really excited to not only welcome you to this session, but us to also get to see some faces on the screen here for the meeting tonight. Mary Kay is the first point of contact always for our program. She's a wonderful first point of contact, always available to answer your questions and help you navigate through the admissions process for the master's program. I know that you'll love working with her as much as I do. So thank you, Mary Kay, for joining us tonight. I am going to start out by just sharing a little bit about Kettering College with you in case you are not familiar with Kettering Health or Kettering College. We're located on a suburban campus near Dayton, Ohio, right next to Kettering Health Main Campus, the hospital there. And Kettering College offers a variety of programs, including some certificate programs, two-year associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees in physician assistant studies and nursing, as well as a doctoral degree in occupational therapy. Our program began, or our story really began back in 1967 when Kettering College and the Medical Center were founded by the Kettering family. They donated some property and the medical center and the future college began. When it all began, there was about 100 students enrolled at the college, and now we've got more than 700 students who are choosing Kettering College to pursue health-focused education, really determined to make a difference in the lives of others. And while the places and the spaces are certainly important at Kettering College, it's really about the people. Faculty and staff are dedicated to creating an enjoyable, productive, mission-based learning experience for our students. And then students are experiencing personal and professional growth while achieving their educational goals, whatever they might be. So let's chat a little bit about the MSN program. Our program launched in January of 2024, and we start new cohorts every January and August of each academic year. The MSN program is designed to prepare nurses for leadership roles in the rapidly changing healthcare environment. So our courses are asynchronous online, meaning that students log in during the week to complete their work by due dates, but there are not scheduled courses to participate online at specific times during the week. The program is 39 credits, which includes 430 practicum hours and 10 service learning hours that are spread over 6 semesters or 2 years of continuous enrollment. So we offer courses in fall, spring, and summer semesters. But not every course is taught every term. The curriculum is built on the professional practice foundation of nurse leader competencies, and core content includes topics like leadership, health promotion, organizational behavior, systems management, human resources, clinical ethics and spiritual care, financial management, evidence-based practice, quality improvement, education and mentoring. We include topics like emotional intelligence and professional coaching to really spend a lot of time on practical application of content that you will use in your job from the bedside all the way to the boardroom. Our courses are led by experts both in nursing, but also healthcare leadership and education administration, as well as curriculum design. And even some of our very own Kettering Health nursing experts are teaching in the curriculum. Our curriculum is really intentionally designed, incorporating those leadership competencies and the nursing leadership concepts the Kettering way, with a faith-based infusion and values alignment, in addition to exposure to really high-quality mentors and best practices in leadership. So here's the program of study for the master's degree. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I know that as nurses, we often want all the details before we make big decisions. So let's talk a little bit about this table. You'll see the core concepts that I mentioned before reflected in the titles of the courses. You can also see that the courses in the first few semesters are planned as 7-week courses, and then some of the later courses are designed as full semester courses. That is typically because the full semester courses include practicum hours, and we know that as typically working adults, our students need a wee bit more time to complete those hours. So again, the program is completed or is scheduled to be completed in 6 consecutive semesters or a 2-year time frame, and cohorts can start in January or in August of each academic year. So let's talk a little bit about the practicum. Similar but different to the clinical hours you completed in your BSN degree. Practicum hours are arranged within healthcare facilities or educational institutions that are close to the student's geographic area. We partner with the student, the healthcare facility, and the college with affiliation agreements to make those things work. The practicum experiences are really intended to bridge the theory and research that we're learning in the classroom with actual leadership practice, facilitating opportunities for students to collaborate not only with their professors, but also with preceptors to design experiences that further their professional development as leaders in practice settings. So students these practicum experience hours in a leadership capacity, not at a clinician capacity. This is a role beyond the student's current employment to really broaden learning and experience. Oftentimes our students will choose preceptors that are chief nursing officers, assistant managers, managers, supervisors, nurse executives, or service line administrators, individuals who work in quality improvement, process excellence, quality and safety, lots of different areas. Students complete that observation time with the leaders, and then in some courses, they participate in projects with those leaders as well. We do also want our students to participate in interprofessional education. So with their preceptor or upon arranging it with their preceptor, students might spend time with other professionals in the healthcare arena, like individuals in human resources or executive leadership, education, or different types of management to just get a bigger, broader experience in seeing what happens in healthcare beyond the nursing leader role. The final course in our curriculum is the MSN Capstone project course. And this is the course that our students implement a quality improvement project that they have designed to address a clinical need. We begin working on those projects in the very first course of the program. We work on it a little bit each semester as we go, and then finish implementing the project, writing it up, and presenting it in the final course. So this is an evidence-based quality improvement project. It is not a thesis per se, but we do have our students write it up and then they present it publicly online in a forum kind of like this. Our graduates are prepared academically to sit for leadership or management certification when they meet eligibility requirements for work experience, but certification is not required in most roles to work as a nurse leader, so we don't require it of our students. It's just an option once they graduate. The MSN program is approved by the Higher Learning Commission, which is our Kettering College regional accreditor, and we're also approved by the Ohio Department of Higher Education. We're currently in the candidate process for our nursing specific accreditation through ASIN, or the Accreditation Commission for Education and Nursing, which will retroactively apply to all our students and graduates once we achieve that. And our site visit is scheduled for March of 2026. So like I shared before, we admit students twice per year, in January and again in August. And requirements for regular admission include a completed Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from a regionally accredited higher education institution with a minimum of a 3.0 cumulative collegiate GPA on a 4.0 scale. So this means that all your college and university credits average out to be a GPA level of a 3.0 or above. We also obviously require an active unencumbered nursing license in the state where you practice and where you will complete your practicum hours. A completed nursing CAS application, including a personal statement and official transcripts that are sent directly from your colleges and universities to nursing CAS. And then any applicants whose native language is not English must provide proof of English proficiency regardless of their current residence, which typically means that they've completed either high school, college, or university classes in the English language. Now, in addition to our regular admission, we also have an option for applicants who do not fully meet the minimum requirements for regular admission. So applicants with a GPA of 2.8 to 2.99 may be considered for conditional admission at the discretion of the Division of Nursing if there is sufficient evidence of their potential to succeed in graduate level coursework. In addition to the standard application materials that are available in NursingCast, applicants who are applying for conditional admission also submit 2 letters of recommendation, a resume or curriculum vitae that highlights their accomplishments in professional nursing. So a little bit more in the application for students or applicants who are applying for conditional admission. And all these details are included in our NursingCast application, so you don't have to remember them now, but I like to go over them so students have a good idea of what is expected. You might also be wondering about the cost of the program. And I really like to think about this as a financial investment in your professional future. So we've priced our courses at $600 per credit hour, meaning that the total tuition cost of the MSN degree is $23,400. We do encourage our Kettering Health employees to apply for education assistance. The total tuition cost of $23,400 is significantly reduced if Kettering Health employees qualify for the EdCore or Educational Assistance Benefit, which is $21,000 for a graduate degree, meaning that this is an incredibly affordable graduate degree in nursing. We do have other minor student expenses, including a laptop computer, books or course resources, a lab coat to wear for practicum experiences, and then a Castle Branch account where we track immunizations, CPR, personal health insurance, information like that. If you are interested in knowing more about the education assistance benefit through Kettering Health, go to your HealthStream account and look up the Education Assistance Curriculum course, and you can learn more on the steps that are required for that process. So you may be asking yourself if now is the right time for you to pursue graduate education in nursing, and I think it is. In fact, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects job prospects for medical and health service managers to grow 28% from 2021 to 2031. So we're right in the middle of that, which is much faster than the average for all occupations. As you all know, nursing continues to be a field where we need more and more nurses and leaders to step up and take on roles to continue to build our workforce. And nursing administrators can certainly find jobs in virtually any healthcare setting. Hospitals, clinics, government agencies, professional organizations, healthcare systems, and nurse leader roles often pay pretty well. Some possible job titles include nurse managers, supervisors or directors, nursing professional development specialists, nurse educators, nurse navigators, nurse case managers, patient care directors, and even chief nursing officers in some organizations. So what are the next steps? If you're interested, you'll start by applying at our NursingCast application. We're currently accepting students for our January 2026 cohort, and the deadline to have all your application materials in is December 1st. Don't worry, you've still got plenty of time. It only takes about an hour to an hour and a half for students to complete that application, including all of the different parts and pieces. If beginning in January feels a little rushed and August 2026 feels a bit more realistic for you, that application opens on December 2nd, 2025, when the application for the January cohort closes. One helpful hint for your application is that you will need to submit all your official transcripts from all the colleges and universities you've attended directly to NursingCast for processing. Do not submit them to Kettering College. NursingCast packages all our applications for us, and then we see them once all the materials are received. There are instructions in NursingCast specifically for that official transcript step, but if you get stuck, don't hesitate to reach out. Mary Kay is always willing to meet with you on Teams or communicate through email to help you navigate that step. We don't want you to spend too much time on it, so if it feels overwhelming, just reach out. Once your application has been submitted to NursingCast, their team completes a verification process, and then we review it. And once we've reviewed it and accepted a student to the program, we'll send out a letter of course of admission, and then students will have additional information in an acceptance checklist letting them know what comes next before they actually enroll in classes. So that checklist includes information like how to obtain financial clearance, how to order your college-approved lab coat, complete Castle Branch requirements, register for classes, and purchase your books. Also, again, if you're a Kettering Health employee interested in applying for education assistance, you start that process by watching the Education Assistance Curriculum course in your Kettering Health HealthStream account. And then after you're done with all those onboarding steps, in January, you start your first course. The first course, Professional Identity and the Leader Within, is a course that I get to teach. It's taught in the first 7 weeks of the program, and I think it's a lot of fun, so hopefully our students do too. I think that Mary Kay has probably dropped some contact information or even the link to the Nursing CAS application into the chat. If you are ready to begin in January, you'll start with that Nursing CAS application. So we are truly excited to be offering an MSN program at Kettering College. We hope that if you are ready to take that next step in your educational journey, that we are the program that you choose. The faculty and I are eager to educate, mentor, to partner with you, to empower this next generation of nursing leaders. If you are as excited as I am, if you like school like I do, and you're ready to take that next step, just use the link in the chat to apply to the program. If you've got more questions before applying, our contact information here is on the slide. We always welcome any opportunity to talk with students, even if right now doesn't feel like the right time. We are completely open to taking any questions right now. If you have questions that you would like to ask either in the chat, or if you would like to just simply unmute and ask, we are completely open to that as well. I'm going to stop sharing. And then I can see everybody's little tiles. Any questions, Mary Kay, in the chat?